This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Welcome to DBL. Fashion! Let's talk about it. Hollywood's most glamorous got all dressed up for the Met Gala last night. This year's theme, Karl Lagerfeld, a line of beauty in honor of the famed fashion designer who died in 2019. Here he is with his beloved white Burmese cat, Choupette. Keep a look on that cat, it'll come back. Some stars took the theme quite literally, dressing as the beloved feline. First up, check out Doja Cat in this jaw-dropping Oscar de la Renta ensemble featuring a hooded gown complete with cat ears and a prosthetic cat nose. Next up, Lil Nas X in a full-body crystallized cat look created by a Dior designer. It features a silver Dior thong and chunky glitter platform boots with his whole body painted silver with gemstones and pearls from head to toe. And if you're doubting this look was meant to be cat-like, check this out. He committed. Finally, Jared Leto wore a full furry cat costume to the red carpet. People were not too sure who this was. He even hugged Lizzo, who looked somewhat confused. Finally, Jared took off the cat suit, and underneath, Jared wore a black ensemble with a matching cape. All right, what do we think of these stars? Just so you know, Choupette the cat was invited, and we were asking about the cat's agent responded and said her regrets, but we pay tribute to my daddy every day since his parting. Choupette currently lives in Paris with her nanny and Lagerfeld's former housekeeper.
And her $13 million fortune.
Yes, best nanny gig ever.
I know, can you imagine?
Oh my God, what do you guys think the cat looks?
I liked it. You know what? It's fun. The whole point of the Met Gala is raising money for the Costume Institute, which is a section of the Met Gala, raising awareness. So they're celebrating Karl in a different and a bit of a quirky way. Would I have picked it? Probably not. But you know what? Hats or claws out. Two, obviously, Lil Nas X. You've got to have some confidence to rock that, and he rocked it.
He sure did. He sure did. Well, some stars use the Met Gala as an opportunity to reveal their pregnancies. Serena Williams is expanding her family with husband Alexis Ohanian. She announced the pregnancy at the gala wearing a Gucci gown, pearls, and a smile, saying, quote, "We're so excited when Anna Wintour invited the three of us." Model Karlie Kloss confirmed she is expecting her second child with husband Joshua Kushner. She showed off her bump in a black column dress with a lengthy strand of pearls in a look designed by Loewe's creative director. Finally, a very pregnant Rihanna showed up with boyfriend A$AP Rocky an hour and a half late, but it was worth the wait. Riri wore an all-white Valentino gown featuring an oversized white floral design. She paired the look with white cat-eye sunglasses, fingerless gloves, and a bold red lip. The queen lives on.
Yeah, so there was so much. Rihanna was trending before anyone saw her.
Yeah.
And everyone was leaving the hotel, getting ready to go to the Met, and she was walking in with like jeans and a t-shirt, hat, and her baby.
She takes her time.
Like going in as everyone was like going out. So we're like, all right, we're all gonna wait for the queen.
Yes,
right?
we do.
But Serena, she posted on Instagram and said the thing about the three of them being invited on a slide. So we're all expecting Olympia, their daughter, to be a part of it, but then she turned, and I am so excited for Serena Williams. I am sending her all of my prayer because she had a very tumultuous pregnancy. She almost lost her life. She really did a lot in terms of Black women and maternal health and speaking out, knowing that it's not a socioeconomic thing. So let's get with it, medical professionals. So yeah, this was a really big moment for her.
Mazel tov to that. That was fantastic to see. Very, very happy. Now, we can't talk about the Met Gala without breaking down all the fashion. So our resident fashionista, Steph, is going to give us her best and worst dressed of the night. Here it is.
There is literally so much to break down, so let's take a look. The Met Gala was awash in a sea of black and white. We saw sleek ties, crisp shirts, bows, pearls, and tweed, as many stars paid respect to Karl's legacy as Chanel's creative director. So, some of the best looks. We've got Cardi B embracing the theme with this corseted floral ball gown, complete with a black tie, and it's actually crushed velvet and pearls and diamantes. I mean, the hair, everything. Jenna Ortega channeled her Wednesday character with this layered ruffled skirt, a long train and bow tie blouse, and a tweed Bel-Air jacket. So she's super on point. Then we've got Anne Hathaway. She called her gown a marriage between Versace and Chanel. It had the signature Versace safety pins, but it had all of the tweed fabric of Chanel.
I didn't even know that was her.
I know.
She looks incredible. The hair,
Sexy,
the glam.
right?
Oh, fabulous. And what about Rita Ora in this sheer black gown with a long flowing train? And look at those nails, you guys.
She got them all twisted.
It's nail jewelry. It's incredible.
Sexy, right?
So sexy.
Oh.
I think so. And Emily Ratajkowski rocked amazing blunt bangs with this nude colored dress. The pattern on the dress was actually mimicking the quilted embroidery on a Chanel classic flat bag. So you can see that there. That's by Tory Burch. Now, we've got some worst looks of the night. I mean, I thought everyone looked great, and a lot of these people
Just
were
get
still
to
on
it.
trend.
Give it to 'em.
Paris Hilton's black leather off-the-shoulder gown was a miss for me, as well as these platform shoes, but a lot of people were rocking them.
Ew, I don't like that.
I just think I've seen her in better. And then,
yeah.
I'll be honest, I was really disappointed with Kim Kardashian. She normally really brings it. She was on theme with the pearls, but literally the rest was shapewear underneath, and I just think it's just nothing for me.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a Playboy cover, way back when.
Better there than any of the social media posts.
Yeah, I think that's a really flattering pic compared to what you see online. And literally,
And I didn't like the styling. I thought her hair was overdone.
I've seen it like that so many times
So many
now.
times, right.
And then this isn't on our worst dress list. I think a lot of people don't like it, but Kendall Jenner was towering over her sisters, but I thought she looked incredible.
I did.
She's wearing Marc Jacobs, but I think she's outshining her other sisters.
You think?
And
Oh,
Kylie
yeah.
is the memo. Kylie has no idea where she is.
I don't know what's going on with Kylie.
No.
She looks great.
Right.
Let's be honest.
But
it's
it's
a
not
flattering
Chanel.
cut, but it's not on point.
Right.
And then we've got Janelle Monáe. So it was on point in terms of the theme. It was black and white tweed cone-shaped coat, and then she stripped down to her undies underneath. But, I mean, it is Chanel, and it was very reminiscent of these big oversized bags that they did on the runway many years ago. So it's on point, but it's a bit out there.
I feel you.
Now let's have a look at the guys, because they all brought their fashion A game too. So let's wait for those to get pulled up for us here. Oh, look, here's Bad Bunny.
Looking good, Bunny, there.
Oh, he's amazing in his white tux, floral wrap, revealed the blacklist detail when he removed the jacket. He's obviously got the Chanel flower there, looking beautiful.
Wow.
Brian Tyree Henry channeled both Karl Lagerfeld and Henry VIII in this outfit. I mean, stunning.
Dang.
And director Taika Waititi wore this long gunmetal
this.
blazer and pearls. He is Rita Ora's husband.
I like that.
They looked amazing
Al
together.
would look good in that.
And then look at Pete Davidson. What is this? A bucket hat, a trench coat. I mean, this is lazy, it's sloppy, it's no good for me. And then I do like red, but I don't really know what Pedro Pascal was thinking in the shorts. Like, the top half is amazing, but it's the shorts for me it just doesn't work. What do you guys think?
You know somebody made him wear that, and he's like, man, I don't want to go out there.
You know what?
He did seem uncomfortable.
Yeah, he
He's
did.
nervous. He was
His
nervous.
face, it's just like you don't always have to go for it. Like the top is real dope, and I like the red
colour is
jacket.
fantastic on it.
I really like everything but the missing garment.
Is he delivering
missing garment.
fashionable mail?
Gorgeous.
You know what I mean?
Here's your fashion mail. All right, Steph, before we go, you have a big announcement, and we want to know, what can you share with us?
Yeah, so the House of Boucheron is one of the oldest, most prestigious jewelry brands in the world. They dress a lot of the celebrities. We saw A$AP Rocky, we saw Anne Hathaway with some bits, we saw Rita Ora, and I'm going to be working with them on the Cannes Film Festival. I'm flying out in a few weeks' time with my beautiful fiance. They invited us both.
No
We're doing the whole red carpet. We're getting the whole Cannes experience, and I'm so excited with like the biggest A-list name. So I am
We're
so
expecting
excited.
That is amazing. Tell people where
Yes.
that's at, the south of France, so people
Yeah,
don't know who don't know where
the
the...
Cannes Film Festival, it's at the south of France.
Big
It's one
deal.
of the most historic and
Wow.
prestigious red carpet events in the world, and I'm their guest. And so I'm used to being on the
That's
other side of the red
crazy.
carpet. I'm used to asking the questions, and I'm going as their guest for them on the carpet. So I am
Mazel
so
tov.
excited with my
That's
fiance. Like,
That
how
is-
awesome we get to do it together.
I'm so happy for you. You were going to Cannes. I opened a can of beans last night.
Really? How'd it go?
The same.
Do you, speaking of fashion, do you know what you're going to wear yet?
Oh, there's a few things on the table at the moment. I'm really torn, but we will see.
That is so exciting,
Are you
Steph.
going to make your partner wear what we saw, the red outfit?
He's
Pedro
ready.
Pascal.
He is so ready. He's got all his look. He's so ready. He's like had it done yesterday.
Yeah, sashay yourself away. Coming up on DBL, we're not done talking about the Met Gala yet. Oh no, because it looks like Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson had a little reunion. Oh yes, was it friendly or totally awkward? Plus, Hollywood gets hit with a writer's strike. How this will impact your favorite TV shows, and it will. Stay tuned for that.
I don't know if you know that much about. Nuh-uh, Tori, don't do that. No.
Yeah, I'm this close to breaking.
Stop putting yourself in this conversation.
I mean, this is as real as it gets.
I think I won that one.
Yeah, I'm super excited. It's in about 2.5 weeks' time. Literally just been organizing all the details of like where the brand want us to stay, what we'll be doing. It's like a full itinerary. Boucheron. So they literally dressed and gave the jewels for so many of the celebs last night. So Olivia Wilde, A$AP Rocky, Rita Ora. I mean, the list is endless. They're like one of the biggest jewelry houses and most prestigious literally in the world, this French jewelry brand. I'm so excited to be going and working with them. It's like gonna be fabulous. I'm like living my best little life. I was kind of shocked when they were like contacting me. I was like, is this real? Like, hold up a minute, like what's happening? So I'm so excited.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's so
We're
exciting.
moving on up around here. The Boucheron is not for the bougie. It's for the people with the real money, the generational wealth. We don't know anything about that over here, but everybody else does.
I'm working on this month's wealth.
Yeah.
That's really. I mean, I was thinking like, you know, I'll be in LA with the kids this weekend, and like Steph will be getting ready to go to cons, and I'm going to Super Mario with Ford.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. No, my ex-wife called me and she told me she had the best description for it. She said, because all the kids just love it. Like every parent's like, every kid loves Super Mario.
Is this the one with Chris Pratt?
Yeah, the new one. Oh. And she said it's like Fast and the Furious for 8-year-olds.
I'm sure.
It's great.
I'm sure.
Everybody loves. I'm like excited to see it. She said it starts. It's got the Mario Kart. It's got everything.
So I never secretly played Super Mario Kart.
Neither have I.
Is it a kart? I know.
It looked like people got it.
Welcome back. There were some potentially awkward run-ins with some celebrity exes at the Met Gala last night. First up, former Flames Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian looked friendly as they chatted with Usher, and Emily Ratajkowski and Olivia Wilde both attended the Met. But if you're a bit confused as to how this is all connected, don't worry. We've broken down the 1 degree of separation between these exes. First up, Kim and Pete dated for 9 months, but called things off last year. Then Pete briefly dated Emily for a hot minute. Emily and Harry Styles were recently spotted making out in Japan. Emily was friends with Olivia, who dated Harry for nearly 2 years. Olivia was reportedly hurt by Emily, but Emily claims there is no bad blood between the two.
I love it, Tori. You did a good
job graphics on Joel. That was good.
Dang.
What do you guys think about all these exes? I guess that's sort of normal for Hollywood, right? It's like a smaller pool.
Yes. I mean, you see these like Vanderpump Rules. Like
It's a
there are
giant
like
reality
1
show.
billion people in the world. Y'all all have to hook up with one another.
know.
Like
They do.
it's very strange.
Got to keep that publicity
Yes.
train going, you guys, and it is chewing on hardcore, and they want that. They want the celebrity. They want the paparazzi. That's, I mean, half of their job is based on that, right? It's not necessarily always what's true. I thought it was really ironic how we had a line from Pete Davidson as well to Emily Ratajkowski. What defines dating? Like going out literally twice, you were dating?
They saw each other?
Yeah, I mean, like that is a pure publicity stunt if ever I've seen one. That was like we've got seen out at like the local deli, and now we're officially getting engaged.
Steph, I think that's such an interesting. I was talking to a friend of mine. What counts as saying that you dated somebody? How many? Like, what's the number?
Like
The number
months
of
or
days?
days or
How many would you say? If Anthony
after
said,
a
"Did you
month
date
you're
that guy?"
dating, for
If you went
sure.
on one dinner, would you say yes? If you went on,
I would
6?
say we went out.
But
Like,
then
yeah,
when
we
is
went
it
out.
dating?
No, I wouldn't say that's dating.
What locks it in for you for dating?
When you say, I'm not going to be seeing other people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
monogamy.
But then
Yeah.
can't you? Aren't most people dating multiple people until they lock in? Are you still
That's
not
what I
dating?
mean. No, I wouldn't consider dating. If I had 2 girlfriends, I'd be like, I'm talking
Not
to a
two
couple
girlfriends,
girls.
but like
you know?
you're talking. Yeah, but you've been to 10 dinners with each
All
other.
right,
This is why I'm
This is like a
married. This is why I'm
numbers
married.
game. We're all been married since the numbers game became a legit thing. When we were doing it, we were considered sullied people.
I mean,
yes, it's true. If you had, I remember. I'm telling you, if you had more than one person on your quote roster back in my day, you were sullied. Thank God there's been a liberation
More
because
than one person?
Yes,
I feel like for girls, the
Yes.
misogyny is real, and it's like girls had a very different time than
Very.
guys.
Just a double standard in that way, but it's not that way anymore. So
Right.
it's great, and we're happy.
I'm happy for all y'all.
That's exactly right. Well, coming up on DBL, Hollywood writers, they're going on strike. So what does this mean for all of your favorite shows? We've got the answers. Stay tuned. You'll want to know.
Airplanes can whisk us anywhere in the world in a matter of hours. But on our way, we'll inevitably have to go to the bathroom. Several verified viewers emailed to say they heard planes dump toilet waste mid-flight. Even the Federal Aviation Administration tells Verify this is a claim they hear from many flyers. So, let's verify. Is toilet waste dumped from planes mid-flight? Our sources are the FAA, a 1976 patent filed by Boeing, Denver International Airport, and the Vestergaard Group, which makes aircraft servicing equipment. Since the 1930s, there have been a lot of ways of collecting waste on an airplane. In 1976, Boeing engineers invented the vacuum toilet you know today. When you flush, the air pressure pulls the waste from the bowl into a holding tank. Once a plane lands, ground crews open an access panel on the outside and empty the holding tank using specialized equipment. Denver International Airport Guidelines explains workers then treat the waste and discharge it into the sewer system. The FAA tells Verify it's physically impossible for pilots to dump the tanks mid-flight because the only access to the holding tanks is on the outside. So, no, toilet waste is not dumped from planes mid-flight. But it was about 90 years ago, when some early plane toilets used to empty directly into the sky. That was quickly replaced by buckets and more modern toilets. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Welcome back to DBL. Writers in Hollywood have officially gone on strike. They are demanding better pay, more residuals from movie studios and streamers. Now, the last time this happened, if you guys remember, 15 years ago, the walkout lasted for 100 days. So what does this mean for all of our favorite TV shows and movies? Well, chances are you might not notice much for at least a little bit, with one notable exception. All of the late night shows, all of them, will be grinding to a halt. And all will air reruns for the time being. Stephen Colbert even addressed the strike in his monologue last night. Take a look at Stephen.
These are our writers, and I'll stick myself in there because I'm WGA too, and they're so important to our show. They write the monologue, the meanwhile, the cold open, and without these people, this show would be called The Late Show with a guy rambling about the Lord of the Rings and boats for an hour.
Surprisingly,
Who wrote that joke?
I know. Oh, it's a doozy. SNL is also done for the season, but all your favorite daytime soaps will stay on the air at least for a few weeks before going dark. What do we all think of the writers' strike?
I think it's good for us in that we get accused a lot of like having people write for us, and like Eric, I know you're controlled. It's like we're still on the air. It's clearly our own thoughts. It's a weird thing.
People have been abusing us
When we
of
get
that?
attacked online, people always
do?
say that we have an agenda.
I think people question if this show is really scripted.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, I get that all the time, and I'm like, we're exonerated.
I wish I would have been leaning into that because I could have been blaming other people for so many things.
Yes, there's always a conspiracy that like somebody's telling you. I'm like, so every show we memorize
Jeff, you're
a
always
script.
you're getting told not to say that the producers are cutting you off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jeff, when you went viral and you took your earpiece out, people were like, see, that's the government telling you not to.
Right.
Well, listen, about this writer's strike, though, this is a very serious thing. And I know that you've worked as a writer for a long time, Al. Back in 2007, 2008, there was a writer's strike. It lasted for about 100 days. It cost $2 billion. In inflation today, the fallout would be about close to $3 billion. So this is a massive thing. And it has to do with the idea that even people always think of people who are forward-facing as being the most important person in the room. And the truth is, that is not the truth.
Right.
So when you have writers who aren't being compensated fairly, streaming services have taken over, they're only working for X amount of time, they aren't receiving residuals, they aren't able to live, which means that the people that you love in front of the camera aren't going to be supported in that way, and they can't do their jobs either. So a lot of famous people, powerful people are behind this as well, and I hope that this resolves in a lot quicker scenario than 100 days.
I hope so too. Writers are everything. Up next, we're revealing the word of the day, and someone wrote that you need for a chance to win a beaches, resorts, vacation. Stay tuned for that.
Electric vehicles are growing in popularity. According to a study from the U.S. Department of Energy, more than 1 million electric vehicles were registered in 2021. So this led WCNC Charlotte viewer Kathy to ask us this question. Is car insurance more expensive for a new electric car? Okay, so there are a lot of different coverage options when it comes to car insurance. If it's a new car, people will usually buy collision and comprehensive insurance on that vehicle. So to answer Kathy's question, we are looking at whether collision and comprehensive insurance is more expensive for a new electric car. Let's verify. To get answers, we went to the North Carolina Department of Insurance and USAA. Barry Smith with the Department of Insurance confirmed that liability insurance for EVs and gas-powered cars will likely cost about the same, but there could be a difference if you add more coverage. In an email, he told us, quote, premiums for collision and comprehensive portions of their insurance could be higher. And according to USAA, if you have two cars that are identical in every way except one is electric and the other is gas-powered, it would likely cost more to carry comprehensive or collision insurance on the electric vehicle. USAA says it all comes down to the cost of claims for electric or hybrid vehicles. EVs have parts that are more expensive to repair and replace. But don't let this scare you away from buying an EV. USAA told us EV owners save money on gas, of course, but also on upkeep. According to a Consumer Report study, EV owners can expect to save an average of $4,600 on repair and maintenance costs over the lifetime of their car. So we can verify that yes, coverage for electric vehicles is more expensive than a gas-powered car if you add collision and comprehensive insurance. However, if you just get liability insurance, it may cost you about the same. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.
Last year, Europe banned titanium dioxide, an additive found in some popular snacks like Skittles, from being used in food. Now, some people are claiming the state of California is following suit and banning several other additives as well. So let's verify. Is California considering a ban on titanium dioxide and other food additives? Here are our sources. The answer is yes. A bill proposed in the California Assembly would ban 5 different additives. They are titanium dioxide, red dye number 3, brominated vegetable oil, potassium bromate, and propylparaben. The long-term effects of these chemicals are under debate, but the FDA allows small amounts of them in food. Nonetheless, the bill would make it illegal in California to manufacture, sell, deliver, or distribute foods containing them. Violations could result in fines of up to $10,000 for each infraction. The bill has yet to receive a full vote in the State House or Senate. If it does pass, don't expect Skittles to suddenly disappear from shelves in the state. In Europe, manufacturers simply change their recipes to comply with the new law. with your Fast Fact. I'm Casey Decker.
Today's Beaches Resorts word of the day is vacation. Watch DBL every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblastlive.com/beaches for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night Beaches Resort stay for a family of 4 to a Beaches Resorts destination in Jamaica or Turks and Caicos. The winner will be announced on DBL May 24th.
Hey, DBL Nation, we're always striving to make DBL better. We couldn't do it without your help, and that's why we put together a quick survey to get your feedback on the show. It's totally anonymous, so feel free to give us your honest thoughts. Your input is so important to us, and it's going to help us give more to you of what you want. So please take a few minutes to complete the survey. Simply go to dailyblastlive.com/survey or scan that QR code that's on the screen with your camera phone. We want to hear from you. And before we go, we've got some amazing products from our friends at Side Deal. Check them out. Steph, what do you have for us today? I want to buy some things.
Check this out. We've got the Cuisinart Custom Select 4-slice toaster. Now, this toaster is great because it features a slide-out crumb tray that's easy cleaning. So normally it's $79.
Okay, I mean, kind of, I get it.
We've got it for just $39.99. So that's saving up to 49%.
You're saving the dough. Get it? With the tote.
Yes. Now check out this. This is our next product today. It's the 2-pack Popular Mechanics Travel Gear Bags with a power strip and screen shine. The multiple compartments and power strip make this travel bag handy for airports, coffee shops, or hotel rooms. So normally this is $96, but we've got this 2-pack for just $19.99. So that's saving up to 79%.
That's a really good get, you guys. And you don't know when you're stranded, you will be so thankful for that charge.
Now, what about this, Tori, for a kitchen lover? This is a must-have. We've got the AI Cook 1200-watt professional blender with a touch screen and a 60-ounce pitcher. And the blender features 9 different speeds and 4 preset programs. So normally this is $99.
Yeah, they're expensive.
We've got it, Tori, for $39.99. So that's saving up to 60%.
Smoothies for breakfast the entire summer.
Our last product today is the 2-pack Glowy 3000-volt rechargeable electric fly swatters with stands. And these bug zappers will kill mosquitoes and other insects without chemicals, fumes, or sprays. So normally these are $72.
Yeah, that's expensive. I don't want to spend that.
But we've got a 2-pack for $24.99. So that's saving you guys 65%.
Look how cool you look at your outdoor patio party. Oh, Zap, would you like a drink? That's good. That's good.
I like that, Tori.
That's fantastic. You guys head on over to sidedeal.com to snag all these amazing deals at really the lowest prices. I'm very surprised at some of these. You can even visit sidedeal.com on your smartphone. Steph, as always, thank you so, so much. Anyone have a favorite outfit from the Met they want to get in? They thought they liked the best?
What about you, Tor?
I think Kendall Jenner with his enormous boots and her little booty and her cute little pony.
Really? I'm not going to lie. She rocked that Marc Jacobs look.
You were sitting on that all show.
I know. Bye, guys.